Hey, this is Digital Dave with another cryptocurrency and blockchain update. All right, so I'm on this really cool island called Koh Samui. Unless you believe I'm using a green screen, and let people believe what they want to believe. But we just had a really big storm come through. Yesterday it rained all day long. This morning it rained all morning long. It's now almost 2 o'clock p.m. The rain has stopped. It'll probably rain again a little bit later on. So we're in the middle of the wet season right here on this island. It'll last for another month. Maybe a couple of months, and then it'll turn into very hot and very sunny days. For now, we get storms come through, and it wakes the ocean up, and the waves come in. I want to say something really interesting about this island. In the mornings and evenings, usually the mornings, because the view from my deck is the morning sun, the morning sky, and I've taken photos of some of the most magical cloud formations I've ever seen, and it's not just always morning. It can be afternoon, it can be evening too. But some of the clouds here are just amazing shapes, amazing colors, or whatever. So here's the thing about this Koh Samui, and just right below me here too. This island is built on a rose quartz bed, basically. There's rose quartz all over the place, all over. You walk on the beach, you see rose quartz. There's big rocks, probably a lot of them are too big to carry. They're not polished, but they're definitely rose quartz. And I started to theorize that maybe that the fact that this island is built on the rose quartz, it kind of gives a little bit of a special magic to it. I don't know. I'm a dreamer. I've always been a dreamer. I've always believed in magic. And whatever you believe in will come true in your life. If you believe in magic, you will have a magical life. If you believe that you should be wealthy, you will have a wealthy and prosperous life. If you believe that you shouldn't have money and that money is evil, you will remain broke, you remain poor the rest of your life. So whatever you believe in will come to fruition. I've always believed in magic. And some people say I have a very magical life, and it's, I guess it's true. I'm very happy here, and I've created this life by visualization and writing goals and going forward with those goals. And you have to make your money work for you. Don't let money be idle. So what I mean by that is if you have a lot of money in a savings account that's earning less than 1% a year or 0% per year, put that money to work. Invest that money. Don't let it just sit there. Sure, you want to have some money as a emergency or cash reserve. If you ever need that money for an emergency, you need that. That money is still working for you because it's waiting there in reserves, waiting to be used. But don't keep so much money in reserves that it's not doing anything for you. This is why I'm so bullish on cryptos. Because when you invest in cryptos, your money really starts working for you. Now, there's no guarantees with crypto investing. There's always a risk with investing. You can invest in anything, the stock market, bonds, gold, silver, cryptos, whatever. There's always going to be a risk. But the bigger risk is sitting on your hands and not doing anything. That is the ultimate risk, because you're going to lose no matter what. If you just play it safe, just keep cash in the bank and don't put it to work. So whatever your investment priority is, I recommend crypto, because this is where we're going to see astronomical gains. We've already seen it. But people that's just coming into cryptos now are going to see some really magical gains coming up in 2021. This is the start of the golden bull market. So put your money to work. Get into cryptos. Do whatever you can to get into cryptos, and just start slowly until you become comfortable with it. And then you can add to your position over time when you get comfortable with how to buy cryptos. And if you are comfortable with creating your own, having your own wallet on your computer or on your phone, and you're able to send and receive cryptos, when that comfort level increases, then you can increase your holdings. You can increase your investment into cryptos. When I got into Bitcoin in early 17, I got a partial payment in Bitcoin. Bitcoin was just over $1,000, and that was my comfort level. I wish it was a lot higher then, but I was just so new to it. So I wish I would have got the entire payment of to sell my business with Bitcoin, but I didn't, because my comfort level was very minimal. I didn't know anything about crypto. It paid off later, but just go with your comfort level and start slowly, and then gradually increase your holdings over time when you feel comfortable. Don't feel pressured in that if you have $500,000 in savings, you want to invest it. Don't do that, because if you do that, you're probably going to lose sleep for about a week or a couple of nighs. You're going to say, is this crypto really worth it? There's a new article talking about the government's going to ban private wallets, all this stuff. These articles have been coming out since I've been in this space for 3.5 years, I guess. And none of this stuff comes to fruition. This is just to scare people out of getting into crypto heavily. It's all it is a scare tactic. Avoid the scare tactics. The government cannot ban Bitcoin. They cannot ban private wallets. They cannot ban cold storage. None of this is ever going to happen. Don't worry about any of these little fear tactics that they try to use. Avoid that stuff, okay? Blow through your fears. Do additional research if you have to. Just blow through your fears, get over that. Fear has held so many people back from getting into cryptos. And you know, it's going to change when Bitcoin gets to $20,000, $30,000. It's going to change because it's going to be all over the news. And when Bitcoin gets to $20,000 to $25,000, the people that didn't want to get into Bitcoin, when I recommended it $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, they were like, no, I don't want it. When it gets to $25,000, $30,000, they're going to be like, how can I get some of this Bitcoin now? It looked like a pretty good investment. So, what's the company? I was reading a few of my comments on my last video, and I was talking about, you know, I said Bitcoin is not as decentralized as people tout it to be, and all these people that just say buy Bitcoin only, they've lost out on some really, really good gains because my crypto picks have done a lot better than just buying Bitcoin. But like MicroStrategies, they're buying a lot of Bitcoin. But they didn't get into Bitcoin until it was about $10,000, $12,000, $13,000 if my memory is serving me properly. They didn't start really going heavy on Bitcoin until it was at least $10,000, at least. Where were they when it was $1,000? Where were they when it was $800? Where were they when it was $3,000? Now that they missed the opportunity, if they could have bought it at $3,000 all day long, it was sitting at $3,000. But then now they're going heavy on it at $10,000, $15,000, $18,000. See, they've missed out on these big gains, and now they're buying Bitcoin a little bit late. Sure, Bitcoin is going to go higher, but they're buying a little bit late. Not only did they buy it late, but they're buying a crypto, which I believe is not going to have nearly the gains as some of the cryptos that are in my portfolio. Speaking of portfolio, I just released my top 15 holdings in my Patreon group, and I also have price predictions for 2021 and beyond for my top 15 cryptos. If you want to check it out, it's patreon.com/crazy4cryptos. So check that out. If you want to see my top 15 holdings, but don't join just to see that. That is the tip of the iceberg for the Patreon group. There's so much in-depth information in there about storage and security and how to claim your Spark tokens and how to stake tokens and earn 19% with Zilliqa and earn 8-9% with Cosmos. Everything, Cardano, all the juicy stuff's in there. It's almost, for being a non-Patreon Crazy for Cryptos Patreon member, it's like being a serious Wall Street investor, but you're not reading any type of material. You're not reading any newsletter. You're just going to go put in $1 million into some stocks, but you don't do your research. That's the equivalent of not being a member of the Crazy for Cryptos. So check that out if you want. My predictions, I made some predictions almost a year ago. All these predictions I made, these price predictions, are coming to fruition. Almost all of them are on path to come to fruition. I'll just tell you real quick. Here's a prediction I made a couple weeks ago. I told my group about it. You know, as you may know, I'm a big Theta investor. I really believe Theta is going to make people a lot of money. If you got in at 80 cents and now it's down to 62 cents, people are like, oh, this thing just garbage. You got to wait. These things, this is called the consolidation period. Okay, and this is where you just relax. Don't get so upset. You know, you're not going to become a millionaire in a month. These things can take time. You bought Theta 80 cents. It's going to be 80 cents. It's going to, once it blows past $1, it's going to be hard to catch. And I believe Theta is going to be on Coinbase.com in 1 to 3 months. I think Cardano is going to be on Coinbase.com in 1 to 3 months. When they get, so you want to get these before they go on Coinbase. That's the trick. Sure, Theta is a little bit hard to get. I have tricks on how to get it easily. It's in my group. Or you can check in the link below. You can swap for it on the Crazy for Cryptos exchange. You can use Caleb and Brown crypto brokers to buy Theta or TFuel. Check the link below, because if you follow that link below, it's going to save you 30% in trading fees to buy Theta, TFuel, and thousands of other cryptos. It's going to save you 30%. So check below for that. Prediction for TFuel. I'm sitting there, I study these things all the time. I study the ratio, the values, and I look at cryptos that hasn't really moved much. TFuel, which is the offspring of Theta, TFuel has not really moved. And I'm seeing all these other cryptos just pop. They're just going like popcorn. They're all over the place. I'm seeing all these other cryptos just move. And I'm looking at TFuel. I'm like, this thing has not budged. It's been a penny for ages, right around a penny for ages. So my prediction for TFuel is I think we're going to see about a 50-cent TFuel in 2021. So let's rebuild that to my group. And I'm telling you guys, there's a big opportunity with TFuel, and there's a really big opportunity for Theta, because I still think Theta is going to go to $20 in 2021. Owning Theta is like owning the ATM machine. TFuel is like the money that comes out of it. Personally, I want to own the ATM machines. Okay, I want to own Theta. That's why I have a lot more Theta than TFuel. But investing in TFuel, it does present a really good opportunity, because the value, the Theta to TFuel ratio is about 62, 63 to 1. And I believe next year it's going to get close to 20, 40, 30, maybe even 20 to 1 ratio in 2021. So I see a big opportunity in TFuel. But if you want to just get Theta, that's like buying the ATM machines, in my opinion. All right, this is DD. This is one last shot here on the island. Give you a little pan here, because I'm about the only one here, as always. No, I did see somebody here earlier. They were having lunch over here. I did see somebody earlier. There's a family there. All right, so here's a little pan here. This is called a 360-degree green screen. Amazing, amazing. All right, so guys, don't wait too long. I'll tell you, the real opportunity is going to be in the altcoins, and that's where the real wealth is going to be made. These big companies like MicroStrategies, just buying Bitcoin, that's a blue chip. Okay, maybe they just buy blue chips. If you want to make generational wealth, it's going to be in certain altcoins. All right, there's my last words for the day. This is DD. I'll see you in the next video.